Hello AAG students. I'm putting together a three-part series of videos here. I'm going to try to make them as quick and simple as possible here, but I'm going to move fast. So if I move too quickly, please make sure you pause the video here and there to maybe write down your work. Don't forget, everything that I'm using here and answer keys are posted on Google Classroom. All right, so here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is, when do we just simply use A equals 1/2 BH? So one situation when we're trying to find the area is when the triangle is a right triangle. So think about it. We're going to, in most of these cases, we're going to use the distance formula to find the lengths of each side, right? And it says legs here. I'll get to that in a second. Use the lengths of the legs as your base and height since they meet perpendicularly. So if we have a right triangle, guys, we mentioned in class, we're not going to use the hypotenuse in our area calculations. Be sure to write your general formula first and then show your substitution. Lastly, make sure to simplify your expression if possible and label your answers with units squared. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most straightforward one. So in our homework, okay, this is the extra practice. All right, what I want to do is just zoom out for a second. Whoops. I want to zoom out for a second and just show you the answers. Now, if you want to see the calculations for these, go open the answer key on Google Classroom. But at first glance, let's take a look here. I have 3 different distances. That means that this triangle is going to be scalene. And now as I found the slopes here, I noticed that I have opposite, I'm going to abbreviate a little bit. I'll just put oprecip, right? We have opposite reciprocal slopes, right? Not only are they different signs, which means they're opposites, but they're also flipped over. They're reciprocals. Since we have opposite reciprocal slopes, that means these 2 segments are perpendicular, right angles. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of breeze through a lot of this quickly. Now, I didn't write my full explanations here, so go to the answer key again. But segment AB is perpendicular to segment BC. I know that from the opposite reciprocal slopes, which means we have a right scalene triangle. What I wanted these videos to do was highlight and basically just, focus on the area parts of each question, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to label my triangle. All right, so BC was radical 13. All right, AB was 3 radical 13, and then the hypotenuse was radical 130, right? I could write that, but I'm not gonna do that because it's not going in my area formula. What I want to do is I want to use my legs as the base and height, and those are what I'm going to substitute into my formula. As usual, write your formula. We're going to show our substitution right now. So the base I'm going to assume is 3 radical 13, and the height is radical 13. You can switch these. There's no particular order. So now we're going to multiply through, and guys, if you're not sure which to do, what I would do is maybe reorganize, right? So I'm going to reorder my product here. So I'm going to take 1/2 times the 3 first, and then I'm going to multiply my radical 13s, okay? So one way to write this answer would be 3 times, wait a second, radical 13 times itself is just 13, times 3 is 39, divided by 2. So one way to write our answer would be 39/2, but I think this is pretty easy to divide, so this would be 19.5, and guys, make sure you label units squared. Final answer. Okay, finally, we'll get down to the bottom here where we are talking about the perimeter. So what I've done is I've just listed the 3 side lengths, but you'll notice, we have like radicals here, right? I have radical 13, radical 13. There's 3 of them here, and believe it or not, there's a little invisible 1 there. So 3 radical 13 plus 1 radical 13 is going to give me 4 radical 13. Can't forget plus radical 130. Label is units. Final answer. Okay, guys? So this video should be pretty short and sweet. The area is just simple by using the formula.